Thank you for joining me today. I'm really excited because this is my first video with a green screen, which is awesome. So we're going to have some fun today with Zoom backgrounds, and you can do this whether you have a green screen or not. So first of all, I want to say thank you so much to everyone who has visited my channel. Right now I have 10,000 subscribers, which is crazy. I never, came into this with expectations of anything. So I'm so appreciative. So thank you all of you who have subscribed already, especially, the how to create an interactive Bitmoji classroom. I have over 700,000 views on this. Again, crazy. So appreciative. Thank you so much for that. And I just want to say, if you enjoy this, please like, please subscribe. I do read your messages. I try to respond to as many as I can. I respond to emails. So I'm here for you. This is so much fun what we're doing today. So enjoy, share your final products. I can't wait to see them. And let's get started. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go to our trusty old Google here, and we're going to click on the waffle iron in the top right-hand corner, and we're going to go to slides. You can also just type in google.com/slides, and that works as well, and it'll bring you to the same page. Then you're going to use a blank template. So when you click on this, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to get rid of this title. We don't need it. And the first thing I like to do is just add a background. Since this is an example where we're adding a lot of elements into the space, we really want it to be a subtle background, not something too busy. Maybe you might want to have it look like a wall of your classroom, like cinder block or brick. That's up to you. But right now, I'm just going to go and pick a common color like blue, which won't be too distracting. So let's see. And this is great. I like this. We'll stick with this for now. So now we're just going to change the title of the presentation, virtual classroom background, and now we can just go play. So the first thing I want to add is the main element in my background. So for me, this is going to be a whiteboard. So I'm going to go to Insert, Image, and search the web and see what we can find. But the problem is when we're searching for whiteboard, we don't want this to look cartoony like in our virtual Bitmoji classroom. I want this to look more realistic. So I'm kind of not finding anything great here. So we're going to look on Google. So when I'm in Google, I'm going to type in whiteboard with corkstrip. Maybe then we can add some different elements to that. So let's go to images and see what we can find. Okay, that honestly took me a while, but once you find your picture, you are going to save it to your computer. And so now I'm going to upload. And you just insert it. So for this one, I couldn't find one that was transparent that I liked. I was a little picky. So you might have better luck than I. I'm just going to crop it, and it works well when you're working with a rectangular item like this. So thankfully, Google Slides has these red lines that are handy to help us align it. I want this to be centered. Again, I'm a little OCD with that. So now that I have kind of my center item here, I am going to look for a welcome banner that will be nice to put above my whiteboard here. And I am just going to go to Google again because when you go to insert images here, sometimes it's just limiting what you can get. So when I type in welcome banner, classroom transparent, again, just trying to find a transparent one. Ideally, you could get rid of that though if you want, or type whatever. So I'm actually going to go with this one up here because I have a confetti theme kind of going in my classroom right now. So if I right click on this and save image as, then when I go over here, I can insert image. Again, this is very limiting over here. So search image upload from computer. And here's my classroom welcome banner. So now I'm just going to crop it and move that there. So that looks really nice. I really like that. And again, I just add some continuity since I already have this theme in my classroom. Now, I do want to have some whiteboard space over here on the right as well. So I'm actually just going to try including a shape here and see if that looks like a whiteboard. This is a little bit trial and error. Again, got to change this color. So if I go to fill color up here, I can make this white.
And I think this will work. So I'm going to copy this. So I'm going to click on it, and you could right click and copy or do Control C just so that they're the same size here. Now that I did that, I do want to make this look as authentic as I can. So I'm going to try to find some more cork to add here. And I actually could just take this and copy it since there's already cork here, and then crop it. So if I do that, right now it just looks like I have two boards. But if I just take this and crop, now I have a piece and it matches this other piece up here. Now, if I didn't have that, I'd go over here and I could type in like cork board and find just some cork and then just add this in. And then same thing, this looks very big. Same thing, I could, crop this however I want it to make this some type of border. But then when we look at this, right, notice the difference in the color. So if I want some continuity, this really works to make an extra picture and crop it. And then I just take this and rotate till I'm at 90 degrees. And I can add it right here, which looks really cool. You can customize and play as however you would like. I really like if I could match my welcome banner with some type of calendar over here. And again, this is kind of however you want it to be. So if I go over here, I'm going to type in like classroom calendar, and I'm going to try to find a confetti one. We'll see how we do with that. Maybe get rid of the transparent. Now you can see there's some options that kind of pop up here. There's actually a classroom calendar. If you go to Teachers Pay Teachers, they have some digital calendars there, which you might want to invest in. I'm not really looking for that right now. It's not really what I need. I just need a confetti. This would work, possibly, but I don't really like that line. I could fix that maybe by adding in a white spot. So let's see if that'll work. If I copy. I like that. That looks pretty cool. So, and then the only issue really is this block right here. So let me see. This could end up being terrible. But let me see if I can, let me see if I can just. That worked. I mean, they're not an absolute match, but when you make that smaller, it works. So we don't have those lines there now. Now, if I go back here, right, I could get my months. So it's going to type in months there and see what I can find. Oh, here, perfect, right? That's exactly what I want. So this obviously has all of the months here. We don't need them all, but if we just save this here, now when I go over here, insert, image from computer. Now it really depends what you want. I really wanted to have my calendar here. I just think it's something nice that kids are familiar with, and it just kind of makes things seem a little bit more normal than everything else in the world right now. So that's why I'm doing this, but you can really customize if you're a social studies teacher. Maybe you want to have a map. Maybe if you're a math teacher, you want to have some math related things here. So it's really up to you. Keep it like that for now. I know it's not absolutely perfect, but that works for me for now. I want to add some little sticky notes and stuff here if I can. Let's see what happens. So if I go here, let's see if we can get some sticky notes. Yay, okay, there's lots here. I really want it to be as realistic as it can be, you know, for this space. Again, it's not like we're doing a Bitmoji classroom. We're trying to make this look kind of real. Obviously, it's digital, so it's not going to look perfect. Kind of like this one, actually, because it has the shadow there. So I'm going to try saving this and cropping this a little bit. So let's see here. Here's the thing, I actually have these in my real classroom. So that's what I'm really trying to look for here, is elements that will be in my virtual classrooms or in my real classroom. So there's, you know, some continuity. It's definitely hard for kids, especially if they're young kids, to, you know, cope with this different world that we're in right now. So I have these as well in my real classroom, which is awesome. And there's some things that you can find like that you can use in both places, and sometimes you just have to be lucky. So I'm going to save these. And I'm going to save this as well. I actually have a whole bulletin board in my classroom with this throw kindness like confetti element. So
just to note, I picked this confetti situation for my classroom because, again, that's what's going on in my classroom right now. But there's so many different options. If I look for classroom, one of the themes that's going around is cactus. So if I look up cactus decor, you know, there's lots of options here as well. So I could really play around with, you know, taking some of these banners, taking some of these decorations and inserting them into my classroom. If I look cactus calendar. Again, here are my dates that I can screen grab or take from there. There's also some here, so I could just click on this and save this or screen grab that. That looks so cute. Here's a timetable. That's not helpful. Here are some cactus bulletin board things. So what I would do is I would just look. Oh, that's so cute. Okay, I would just look at whatever your theme is for your classroom and then just find those items again online and then take those. So then you're paying that person, you know, for what you're using, but then you're also using it in your virtual classroom, if that makes sense. Because I'm not all for stealing someone's work. So I did actually buy all these elements already, and then I just took them for my virtual classroom as well. And there's so many possibilities here. We did this one that just kind of, you know, was generic, and we can change these leaves at the bottom. Maybe we can make it look like it's snowing. You know, the limitless possibilities here. I could, you know, make my calendar to kind of show the students different assignments and when they're due. And again, you want to leave a space, again, because you're putting yourself in this image as well. So I left the space on the right-hand side so I could have my face over there on the right and not block this. Same with this one. This is a to-do list. I could just show this by sharing my screen on a slideshow, but this is more personal. I can have my face over here on the left. I'm leaving this nice big space and the to-do list on the right. And by doing this, right, I can edit this and use the slide regularly by just changing the words as needed. And then again, just file, download, and saving it as a JPEG or a PNG every time I'm, you know, changing anything in order to make that a background. So just some other ideas of things you could do with this space. Limitless possibilities for you.
Okay, so now I'm in a Zoom session that I started for myself, and you're going to go ahead and click this button next to stop video. It's a little arrow, and you're going to click choose virtual background. And when you do this, you can see I got this from the internet. You can get all these backgrounds if you want, and just have them by clicking, you know, right click on image and saving it, and then you click add image right here on your screen, the little plus button, and I am adding my virtual background. So it's very, very easy. Backgrounds here. And again, you just have to click on whichever slide you want to be an image and do file, download, and either JPEG or PNG. So we'll do that the same with this one. File, download, JPEG. And then now that I've done that, I can very easily, again, just go to this little up arrow, choose virtual background, and click the plus button to add an image. And now I have these new images that I just got for myself, which is wonderful. So this one, again, I can have a customized calendar, and I can, you know, go through the week with my students, and then during the session, very quickly change it to, well, now we're talking about notes or homework or to-do list. So here's an example, and you can easily change this and just re-download an image for each day or for, you know, whatever the circumstance may be. So, and then they're all here. So you can very quickly and easily go between any different page that you might have for your virtual background. So I hope that you enjoyed this. I hope this was beneficial for you. I can't wait to see. Please share your designs with me, your projects with me. I love it. And as always, thank you so much for your likes, for your subscribes. I do appreciate it. And most of all, I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye.